And hello, everyone. Welcome to ISA Orientation, which is part of UT Dallas International Student Orientation. Welcome to you from wherever you are in the world. Good morning or good evening. My name is Tamara West, and I'm a program coordinator in the Intercultural Programs Office. And today we have with us Team ISA. So just to go over some logistics for you, you are able to see and to hear us, but we cannot see you nor hear you. We do have a chat feature that will be opened towards the end of the presentation. There are also closed captioning features available if you do require this service. So without further ado, I am going to call up Team ISA to present their information.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Indian Students Association orientation of UT Dallas for Spring 2021. And firstly, I congratulate each one of you for having gotten admitted into UTD. And congratulations, you made it. I'm your anchoring officer, Kavya. We also have our president, Shreyash, and Sanjana, and also Harshit. So let's get started. Next slide, please. I warmly welcome you to UTD, and as a part of ISA, we look forward to encouraging you in your journey. And the best is yet to come. So I'll just give you a briefing about us. Our ISA, Indian Students Association, is a non-profit socio-cultural organization, and we represent more than 2,500 Indian students at our university. And it is the largest Indian student community and alumni network with more than 6,000 students only in the state of Texas. And from the airport, if you need any pickups, we also arrange fall and spring pickups every year for more than 1,200 students. Also, if you're in search of accommodation, temporary accommodation, we can provide you it on a temporary basis and also provide you basic supplies. And we do that every year for more than 1,000 students. And especially in the COVID times, we have supplied basic necessities, vegetables, fruits, Maggi, Parle-G, etc. for all the students. And also, we have more than 3 different scholarships that we award to students every year. And we also organize 15 plus events and also celebrate our Indian festivals around the year. And now that Diwali is around the corner, we have exciting things. Do join our WhatsApp groups and follow us on Instagram, UTDISA. You get all the information related to that. But this year, we're going to celebrate everything virtually. But we try to bring in the same enthusiasm and fun into the virtual events as well. Also, we conduct 3+ webinars for prospective students before their arrival at UT Dallas, and this is one of them. We also assist more than 800 students in their transition to the United States by personalized mentoring through the Buddy program. So Buddy program is very, very useful for us guys because what we do is we assign you a mentor. And we might have lots of questions regarding what subjects to take, what professors to choose, and how to distribute our courses throughout the 2 years. And for all these, you can avail the services of the Buddy program. And I personally was very, very benefited with this program. Next slide, please. And coming to our faculty advisor, we have Gaurav Shekhar. He is a senior lecturer in information systems and also the director of Masters in Business Analytics program. And if you want to contact him, gaurav.shekhar@utdallas.edu is his email ID. Next slide, please. And let me introduce you to our team, ISA 2020-2021. Next slide, please. We have our core committee, the president, Shreyash, Vice President Arsha, General Secretary Vishweshwar, Treasurer Harshit. So if you want any money, just go contact him. I'm just kidding. And for Public Relations Officer, we have Mohammed Shayarwala. And this is the core ISA team. They manage everything, guys, and they're very, very efficient in that. Next slide, please. And coming to SOC officers, we have Harish and Mansi. So they are like the bridge between the students and the university. So if you have any communication that you want to do with the university, you can contact them. And coming to our events and logistic officers, we have Pratik, Lalit, Sakrat. Next slide, please. And Priyanka and Mehul. So they are the backbone of all the events. They make sure that every event is run hassle-free. And for the finance officer, we have Chinmay Verma. And for webmaster, we have Sumit Sen. He takes care of anything related to website and content. And for social media officers, we have Sharada. Next slide, please. And Sarakshi. So any promotions, any communication related to the events in WhatsApp groups or Instagram or Facebook, they're the ones behind that. And for creative head, we have Sriraj, and he gives creative ideas with content and related to flyers. And coming to the events officers anchoring, we have Sanjana here, my co-anchoring officer, and I am Kavya. And for sports, we have Sahil. Next slide, please. And Gautam. As much as they're good at sports, they're also very good at conducting our sports events throughout the year. And for designing officer, we have Rajshekhar Devineni. He designs amazing posters. You have to take a look at them. And for media and photography, if you want wonderful pictures at all the events, he's the go-to person, Shrikant. And for music officers, we have Harish and Sukanya. They sing amazingly well. They're also very good at musical instruments as well. And for dance officer, we have Sharada. And we strongly believe in our motto, service before self. And we want to stay true to that. Next slide, please. So coming to the tuition fee and the financials, I'll just give you a little information. We have two different types of tuition plans. One is guaranteed and one is variable tuition plan. So the guaranteed tuition plan has a fixed amount that you need to pay for consecutive 12 semesters. And the rates are higher than the variable tuition plan in the first year. Coming to the variable tuition plan, the rates are comparatively lower in the first year, but these rates are subject to annual rate changes. And how do you pay the fees? You have three different types. So one is direct payment. So you can just pay the whole fees at one time for the whole semester. You can also pay that as installments, but there'll be a $25 setup fee for all programs except for ECS MSc program, which has a setup fee of $50. And you can also take a short-term loan from the university. It has a 1.25 origination fee and no down payment. So how do you exactly pay? Let us discuss about the modes of payment. One is the Easy Pay direct deposit. If you have money in your US bank account, you can go to the UTD Bursar's office and you have Easy Pay direct deposit. So where you can transfer it from your US account to the university directly. And if you have money in your Indian bank account, you can use Flywire. We all use that. Through Flywire, you can send money from your Indian bank account to our university directly. Otherwise, if you want to pay in cash, you can get a cashier's check and submit at the Bursar's office. Bursar's office is the financial office at UTD. Any questions, concerns related to that, you can contact them. Next slide, please. And coming to on-campus jobs, we all know what on-campus jobs are. While you are a student in the United States, you're eligible to work only on campus, not off campus. Don't ever think about that. That's completely illegal, guys. And you can get one on-campus job through networking, LinkedIn, and Profile Match. So you basically apply to the UTD on-campus jobs through UTD Handshake website. You can get your resume approval by submitting a limited number of documents. And the benefits are you get an SSN, that's like your Aadhaar card here in the US. That's like your identity instead of your passport. If you have the SSN, that's amazing. And you can also build your resume, you can meet new people, and what's more, you can get paid. Next slide, please. And coming to our day-to-day resources, how do we manage them? For the banks, US banks, there are a lot of banks, BB&T, BofA, Chase, Wells Fargo, all of these are very popular. Coming to the SIM cards, we have Cricket, T-Mobile, and Sprint. So whenever you're coming from India, most of us, what we do is we join families, the mobile carrier families. So that will be less burden on our financials as well. Coming to the electricity and Wi-Fi. So when you take an apartment here, they don't give you electricity, Wi-Fi. You have to set it up on your own. You have Infinite Energy, Green Mountain, Reliant for electricity, and we use Spectrum brand for Wi-Fi. And for groceries, Walmart, Target are the cheapest. You also have Tom Thumb. Tom Thumb is on the east side of the university, and Super Target and Walmart are to the west side of UTD. You also have Patel Brothers and India Bazaar for all your Indian groceries. Thank God we are living in Dallas. You get all the Indian groceries at disposal. And you also have Sprouts and Brahms. And for furniture, most of us, what we do is we have a big Howdy giveaway that was held on August 24 this year, and the next date we'll be announcing soon. They give a free furniture for the students. You need not buy them, but if you really want to buy them, you can get it at Target, Walmart, IKEA, Amazon. You can also join our Facebook group. That is the link. These you can join for free, and you can get good deals on furniture and goods. And you have a lot of Indian restaurant. Again, it's Dallas, guys. So you have Masala Walk, Swadeshi, Dawat, etc. And for food delivery apps, we have Uber Eats, DoorDash, Postmates, and Grubhub. Next slide, please. So with this, I'm signing off. Thank you so much.
I'm Sanjana, the anchoring officer of ISA, and the same energy that you guys are to join the new semester. It's double the energy of us, super excited to connect with all of you virtually as the pandemic has hit and we are still going through this. So I hope we all put in the equal efforts to stay safe and yet celebrate everything. So I'm coming to the fun part of it. The purpose of ISA is to provide an opportunity for all the students of Indian origin. So it's literally like finding a home away from home. So when you guys come here, it's like a new country, and of course you miss back your family and friends. And so Indian Student Association is all here to interact and share the joy of the culture and heritage of India, and to educate other students by bringing awareness with them. So we have our 9 festival celebrations. We have a Fall Bash 2020, which is like the first event for the fall semester. That's like a freshers party. We have Udan, which is the sports fest. And then we have the biggest cultural event that we all await for of the year, that is the Sangam flagship event. Next slide, please. So coming to the events, we have our Independence Day on August 15th, and we have a Ganesh Chaturthi on 22nd August. We have a Fall Bash in the September 26th. Coming to October, we have Navratri on the 22nd of October. And then, so Diwali is going to be like our next event, which is going to be virtual. And I'm extremely happy that all of you can join us and we can all celebrate together virtually. Then we have Udan, which is the sports fest. So Udan is basically a month-long event with all types of games like online, indoor, outdoor, etc. And unfortunately, we couldn't make it up this year due to the pandemic. So next slide, please. Thank you. So coming to the spring events, the first event is going to be Republic Day, which is on the 26th of January. Then we have our Sangam, which is the biggest event, 27th of February. Then we have Holi, which is on 29th of March. And then we have I-Week, which is from 1st to 5th of April. So basically, it's a week-long event where we represent our country. And there'll be events like Passport to the World, where we represent a monument from each part of the world. Or it's like, then we have this global talent show where people showcase their talents like dance, music, and poetry, etc. And then we have the International Teaching Kitchen to all the master chefs, like how we have Kavya, our anchoring officer, on with us today. We make different cuisines from different parts of the world we belong to, and we all live back India's, the taste and the vibe has, and India, our country, has been the winner for the last 3 years. So this year iWeek was virtual and all the events were scraped off, so nobody won this time. So coming to the virtual Independence Day of this year, these are a few glimpses of that. We had music by our very own ISA music crew, where you can see one of the pictures in which all of us are sitting and we sang the national anthem together. So it was a completely different vibe. Then we had dance performed across different terminals across different time zones by the ISA dance crew. It was a great coordination. Then we had a complete patriotic atmosphere. We all connected with Indian students online virtually, and we played a short fun quiz. Just testing our knowledge on how much we know about our country and do we still remember? And then everything was live on Instagram, and we had warm wishes from Indian students as well. Next slide, please. So this is the beautiful setup of Ganesh Chaturthi. So as we all know, it's one of the biggest festivals in Maharashtra. So we celebrate it in a proper Marathi style. We get an eco-friendly Ganesha in a small pandal. And then there's dol, tasha, dance, puja every day, and there are day and night volunteers for Aarti and Diya, and there's prasad and a proper Visarjan as in India. And it's almost like a reunion for many ex-UTD students as well. But unfortunately, due to COVID this time, we celebrated it in our president's house, where none of us could go take the darshan in live, though we took it virtually. So there was proper puja every day, and everything was done the same with Aarti and everything, just that we were maintaining the rules and not meeting as groups in person. So it was just him and his roommates, and we did a small puja at his place, and we went live on that. And every day we did the Aarti and everyone took the darshan virtually, and that's how we celebrated virtual Ganesh Chaturthi on Instagram Live. It was fun though. Then we have a fall bash. These are a few glimpses of the 2019 fall bash, because this year we unfortunately couldn't go ahead with the freshers party for the fall semester. So this is basically where you find your friendships, your connections. There's music, drama, dance, fashion show. It's like a platform where you guys just get on there and showcase your talents. And it's a place where you meet the entire UTD, like your seniors, like your batchmates and everything. And of course, the after party is the best part. But yeah, I hope this happens next year. Yeah. Next slide, please. This is our Navratri. So you can see how happy everyone is. This was a time when there was there was no pandemic between us, and it was extremely joyful. We all do the garba, and then there's puja, food, and this is the beautiful setup of the puja as well. So we did it in one of the halls inside our campus itself, but this was October 2019. We unfortunately couldn't do Navratri this year. Next slide, please. This is the Diwali. How lightful and beautiful, and it's so pretty. You can see it, and it's our own Shreyas, who is the president, who is giving the aarti. So there's this Lakshmi Puja that we're gonna plan at our officer's house, and as usual, the darshan is gonna be online. So get ready, guys, to celebrate Diwali together. And this is going to be like our next virtual event on Instagram Live. So these are the glimpses of 2019, where we had DJ, food, and everything. So Republic Day. I myself am Spring 2020 student. So this was my first event where I met the ISA team. I'm glad that you guys have come to a point where you guys connected with us before even coming here. So it's going to be so much more easier for you, and it's like we're going to make it like a cakewalk, and you guys are going to feel like family, I swear. So there's music, dance, poetry, and as usual, goosebumps when we sing the national anthem. And there's a lot of food as well. So coming to Sangam, this, as I said, is the most awaited. It's like the biggest cultural event. So we had Bohemia last year, And so these are the glimpses of music, drama, dance, fashion show, and this is double the fun of Fall Bash. It's amazing that there are artists traveling internationally for us to entertain us just for few hours. So the efforts put like by everyone it was completely worth it. So I really hope it's going to be in person and everything comes back to normal by that time. Next slide, please. So I'm extremely proud to introduce our ISA dance crew, which turned 2 years old. We conduct workshops every semester for new students who can't, live without dance. Dance is like all around their blood, and then they select passionate dancers, such passionate dancers with auditions though. We are planning to participate in competitions outside UTD as well, and we represent Indian Student Association, and we are happily expanding further. Next slide, please. So here we have the Indian Student Association Music Crew, which is the voice of UTD. Each one of them have magic in their hands, and the way they play around with the instruments is just a treat to your eyes. So when we all sit and jam, it's like an extremely soulful experience, and they are the pride to our Indian Student Association. So these are glimpses of our Republic Day and Independence Day jams that we did. Next slide, please. So that was all about the events. So coming to the general etiquette, so these are few things that students need to know now, if not later, that we need to be nice, courteous, and smile to people you meet, because everyone here are extremely warm and welcoming, and they always have a smile on their face. So you always thank every person you meet, whether it's bus drivers, Uber drivers, people at the restaurant before you leave, like anyone. You're always supposed to be thankful. It is a courtesy to hold doors for the people who are following you. Traffic rules here are extremely strict. So we need to follow the lanes, stop before the zebra crossing, and not opening the doors on the way. So you'll know all of this when you come here, but it's always better to know before. And we need to push the button to indicate when you want to cross the road, and you wait for the walk signal and then cross the road. Everyone abide to the traffic rules very well, so they expect us to, communicate this way by abiding to the rules when we are here. And if someone is providing you services, please give them tips, because tip is not an insult here. It's like you're appreciating their work and you're showing your gratitude. Seek permission before touching their pets and babies. That was one thing that I learned here after coming here. And then, of course, no to plagiarism. Next slide, please. You should board the bus from front door only and wait for the others to deboard the bus first. And we are also completely safe, as the UTD transportation is being sanitized now and then, and we definitely need to put face coverings on and carry a sanitizer, and don't get out of your house until unless it's very necessary. So try to be safe and stay at home. Avoid controversial topics that may include politics, religion, sexual orientation, racism, etc. Asking how many marks you scored on a test, it's a little offensive here. You're supposed to improve and work on yourself alone, and your work and your studies are your personal here. Don't ask how much money anyone makes or how much one has been paid for high-end items like house, car, or etc. In general, you can call anyone by their first name. If you don't know, it's better to call them by sir or madam. Spitting is not acceptable in public places. If you can't avoid in cold, use tissue. As we are approaching the flu season as well, I suggest all of you to, always carry like a paper towel, and then stay safe. And we have the pandemic and the flu hitting together now. So I hope all of you extremely take all precautions and stay at home. Burp is not a compliment for chef over here, so excuse. Also use a deodorant. People can turn up saying that you're stinking on your face. So basically, first impression is always the best impression. So coming to how you guys can connect with us. So here's our ISA form. That's the Google form and the QR code that you can scan right now and then fill in this form. This is just a short form where we can connect with you, which we can have your details, and you'll be updated with like every information from now. Any doubt, anything, you can connect with us over WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, and we're all across all social media. So these are our social media platforms. Firstly, our website. Then we have our Facebook Spring group. This is especially for the discussions that happen for the incoming spring students. Then we have our Facebook page, which has all the previous discussions and all the accommodations and every other information that you need is available there. Then we have Instagram and Snapchat IDs over here as well. So this is about us, and I hope you guys connect with us because we are all waiting to interact with you virtually this semester, and I hope that we get time to meet sometime, probably when things get back to normal. And once again, welcome to UTD, guys, and congratulations for making it until here. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Sanjaya. That was a great job. I do have a question for you though before you go. So I've heard you say this word, freshers party. Can you maybe tell me what freshers party is? I think I know what it is, but I want to know if it's the same thing as what I'm thinking.
Okay, so freshers party is something basically that back in India, the new batch which comes inside the college is known as the freshers. So the seniors and the freshers are like they're gonna interact amongst each other. So the seniors are gonna show them the campus and they're gonna make them feel comfortable. So it's like a fresh start for them. So that's why we call it like a freshers party. So that's about it.
Okay, that's what I thought it was. I never hear that word over here in Texas, but I'm from Jamaica originally, and we use that word freshers. So it just kind of brought me back memories from the past. Okay, well, so thank you so much, Sanjaya. For those of you who are listening, we actually just opened the chat right now. So if you have any questions, sorry, I'm operating the technical part and also talking at the same time. It's very interesting. But the chat feature is open. So if you have any questions whatsoever for Team ISA, please go ahead and write it in the chat, because as we said earlier, we're not able to hear you or to see you. So you can post your questions for them. Any questions that you have about anything that they presented, and preferably, things that they are able to answer on. Of course, they are students here at UT Dallas, and so they don't know everything that may be outside of their scope. But if you want to get connected with them, please let them know, because I'm telling you, Team ISA is definitely a staple organization here at UT Dallas, and my office intercultural programs, we work so much with them, with collaborating with events, and they just provide a lot of benefit to the campus. So I'm very grateful. I know recently we did an Instagram live event with, I think it was Sukanya and Kavya, were you there?
It was Srividya.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't.
Oh, okay, sorry, I apologize. And it was good. It was talking about Bollywood. And, for some of you, you might already know about Bollywood. It might just be, a thing that you know about. But for many people, they might see it and they might watch it, including myself, but just kind of getting more. And they taught us about the history of it, maybe how to understand some types of characters, how it has evolved over time. So, and plus, they were also involved in the welcome video that we had welcoming new students to UT Dallas community. So ISA is very, very involved. They are also involved in the larger community. So not just on the UT Dallas campus, but outside, like the Richardson community, Dallas community. I know that they work a lot with alumni and etc. So they are very plugged in and very connected, and an absolutely great group to work with. Okay, so I'm going to check over in the chat to see if we do have any questions. This is the time to ask your questions, y'all. Okay, we do have questions. Okay, so the first question says, can you create an ISA WhatsApp group for Spring 21 students?
So, Tamara, the student who is asking that, I guess if he joined our webinar and he got an email from ICP, then he or she should have received the link for our WhatsApp groups, because we had our two of the WhatsApp groups links in there. So make sure you go and find the PDF or a welcome letter from ISA which you got through ICP, in which you'll find all the links. And also, I want to clear one more thing before everybody starts asking. So about the airport pickups and accommodations, this year it's slightly different. And for the airport pickups, we are still awaiting, the decision from the university about getting the permission to, help students regarding their pickups. But as far as the accommodations are concerned, we are not really sure this time around, because it's really risky, because we have the student volunteers who usually shared their apartments to accommodate incoming students. And this year it won't be safe for both of them, like the incoming students as well as the current students. So I hope everybody gets their accommodations sorted before coming here. Or if they are not, then you guys can book an Airbnb around the airport itself, because anyway you need to quarantine for 14 days. So better quarantine at any place where you get a decent price. So our suggestion would be, first of all, have an apartment before flying here, or if not, then try to come in groups so that you guys can take care of each other while you are quarantining, and that way you can help each other and then get to know about it. And apart from that, you after your quarantine ends and you come here in Dallas, then we at ISA are here to help you with anything you need.
Okay, great answer. I couldn't have said it better. And I just put in the chat on our website, the ICP website, we do have a travel guide so students can know like how to get around Texas. So I just posted that in the chat there. The travel guide talks about even what to pack, like what to bring with you, what type of clothes. It talks about airports, trains, buses, etc. So I would definitely consult that as a resource. Okay, we do have another question. It says, hello, this is from Meta Mayank. This is in regards to Flywire. So the question is there a cap for send-in tuition from India to the United States? I think that's a good question. Does anyone know about that? Like, is there a limit to, the amount of money that you can send through Flywire?
I don't think you have a cap, because when I sent my money using Flywire in my first semester, then I sent the entire I guess it was around $16,000 to $17,000 to UTD's bank account. So I had no issues with that, and I guess some students also took 4 subjects. For them it was 20 odd $1,000. So there's no cap, so you do not worry about how much money you need to send, because your fees will be covered off. Even if there's a cap, it won't hinder you from paying your fees.
Okay, great.
I want to mention one more thing. Also, there are some certain bank accounts which give you a free Flywire transfer once a month. So it's an incoming free Flywire transfer. So that also helps at times. So you can reduce the cap that way as well.
Okay, so for those of you, if hopefully all of you heard that there are some banks that give you a free Flywire transfer once a month. Do you know the name of the bank that does that?
Yes, sure. It's called BB&T. It gives you a free Flywire transfer once a month. So people can use that as well. They have different services as well, different banks. So people can figure out that their own way. But yeah, BB&T provides one free Flywire transfer.
Okay, thank you. And for those of you who are wondering who that was that Mohammed?
Yes.
Yes, it was Mohammed. Thank you so much for sharing. So as Mohammed said, BB&T, which is the bank that I thought it was, but I wasn't sure. That is a bank that does that. But once again, you can choose your own, do your own research, because there are other banks that might have other features that you might prefer. So you can do your own research. Okay, we did have some other questions, and I'm trying to open the chat, and I am not able to see the chat anymore. This is very interesting, but I did remember one of the questions. Someone was asking if y'all could post the Google form link in the chat section.
So for that we are still have to make some minor edits for the membership form. So
okay.
we'll be rolling it out on the WhatsApp groups soon. So make sure you join all the WhatsApp groups we have for the spring semester. There are 2 of them, and they're filling very soon. So there's the chat link also is posted by Mohammed, replying to one of the students who's asking about can you create a ISA WhatsApp group for spring. So there's a link. Go ahead and join that group, and you'll get all the updates regarding anything in that group. So don't worry about filling out the Google form right now.
Okay, great answer. Okay, the other question I did remember was asking about tuition and fees. Of course, a very important subject. And I think the person was just basically asking, like, maybe how to go about doing it, or maybe the suggestion of people. I know people ask a lot about, should I do the fixed tuition, or should I do the variable one? So maybe kind of some advice on that.
So, Harshit, are you there? You want to speak about the fees, because he's a treasurer, so he's the money man,
He's okay. We have a money man here with us. Harshit, are you able to probably like advise students a bit more about tuition and fees? Students always want to know, and it's very important because money doesn't grow on trees. So we need to know how to manage it very well.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
So we have a lot of payment options in UTD and all. So mostly the students go for the variable tuition plan. That's the most sought after tuition plan which we can go for basically. And normally people don't go for the fixed one because it locks your tuitions and all. In terms of payment modes and all, we have a lot of UTD offers the tuition plans, like they offer a short-term student loan. It requires some kind of setup fee, but if you are like, for example, there was a case which turned up this year that one of the major loan providers in India, their loan amount, they couldn't provide they couldn't disburse the loan amount and on like the time specified by UTD. So most of its customers, like most of its students, had to take a short-term loan from UTD, and then pay the fees. So that's also a very good option which UTD offers, and it benefits you a lot. Secondly, you can always Flywire is always a source of medium, which is the most like a lot of students who generally take that, and that's the most safest way basically to send your money from India to over here, and that's what most of your loan providers will also do that. And then you also have the option of paying your tuition through EasyPay, which is basically you set up your account. When you open your account, you set up your account and you can pay through your EasyPay account, which is basically in like short words, it's basically using your debit card or credit card and paying your fees. So these are some of the like payment modes of you can always go to the bursar office, UTD bursar office, and their website, and it's quite extensive, and they provide a lot of information. So I'll definitely will suggest you to go and have a look at that.
Okay. I think that's a good answer, because at the end of the day, everyone has different situations, circumstances in their life. So it's good to do the research and kind of make that decision. Okay, Shreyash, I just saw a message you sent me. I think you wanted to share something before we got into the question and answer section. Sorry, I wasn't able to catch it before we started. Do you still want to go ahead and do so?
No, I just spoke that while I was speaking for the first question's answer about the pickups and accommodation, because there are lots of questions on our WhatsApp groups, and personally I've been receiving lots of queries from students. So that was one grave issue, like maybe the hot topic of discussion among students coming here. So that is why I wanted to just address that.
Right. Yes, and that's a very good point, because the airport pickup is a big feature of that ISA, and also big howdy work on. So that would be an important thing that people want to know. Okay, the chat section is, I'm not able to see the questions anymore. Can anyone else here see the questions in the chat? Am I the only person?
No, I can see the questions.
You can see, okay, I cannot see the chat questions at all. Shreyash, do you mind?
Yeah.
Do you mind telling me if there are any questions there? Because literally it is blank. Like, I don't know what happened. Okay, but do we have any more questions left? Because we do still have some more time to get some more questions in.
So we have answered all like mostly the questions which we got, and right now the only question like which I can see that one was about how can a person reach from airport to Richardson. So if you don't have a credit card or you don't own a Forex card, which you can put inside your Uber or Lyft app. Here there is Uber as well as Lyft in place of Ola. Here is Lyft. So Ola is a famous service in India. So if you happen to land at the airport, you can install those apps and try to put in your Forex card and book a cab from airport to your destination. Or if not, carry some like $100 of cash with you, which you can use for your travel. There are cabs, there are taxis which are right outside the airport, which you can hire and reach at your destination. So these are the ways. If not given pickup service from ISA, then you guys need to do that. So for that, that is why we suggest you to come in groups so that you are not alone while you are traveling anywhere. So good question that.
Yes.
Also, there's one thing that I wanted to add upon the payment loan and everything. So there are these new RBI rule guidelines which released that there's this transaction fee. So my loan plan personally is something that my loan deposits the money into my account and I pay to the college. It's not a direct transfer to the college. So every time there's a transaction from India to my account here, there's going to be transaction fees, which is generally according to the percentage of rate at which you take the loan. But additional to that, there is an extra 5% which has been declared from October 2020 by the RBI guidelines. So I suggest you guys to not do multiple transactions and take your entire term and your rent for that period of the entire semester together as a single transaction so that you can cut down on your transaction fees. That's almost 5% is a lot. So that's one friendly suggestion. That's all.
Great. That's a great suggestion. I didn't know that there were all those fees. So yeah, that's definitely good advice. Okay, Shreyash, do we have any more questions?
We had one question which was asked by an anonymous student. Can you tell me about Johnson School of Engineering and Computer Science Scholarship, like when it will be issued? So Harshit, are you from Johnson School of Engineering? So can you take that up?
Yeah, sure. So the Johnson School Graduate Scholarship is basically, you can find the link to that in the financial aid website. It's basically you have to, once you apply for it, first of all, I'll suggest you to apply as soon as possible because it's very limited. And so you just have to write a essay about explaining about what have you done in the past, like your research work and the projects, and basically mention your undergrad GPA and all. And then you apply for it. Basically entitles you to a $1,000 scholarship, which is distributed like $500 in the first semester and $500 in the next semester. And ultimately, it'll bring down your tuition to 50%. So once you get the scholarship, you basically pay half of your tuition fee for the whole year. So you can always I myself, I'm a scholar recipient, so I'll definitely suggest you to apply for it as soon as the scholarship opens.
That's great. So we also had one more questions regarding scholarships in general. So in the presentation, it said that there are 3 scholarships and how can we apply for them? So we have 3 scholarships from ISA and you can only avail that after you serve 2 semesters or you like since you're coming in spring, beg your pardon, if you're coming in spring, you need to wait till the fall semester when the forms open in the month of May, and there you need to write an essay and your work in ISA, how you assisted ISA, and what volunteer opportunities have you, maybe worked in the past, and how you want to be involved with ISA. So, yeah, and why do you need a scholarship? Like that is the main question. So even if you work for ISA, but then are you in real need of the scholarship? So that also need to be conveyed in the essay. So it usually opens up in the month of May for the fall semester. So since you're coming in spring, you just need to wait for a semester before you can apply.
Yes, and actually, Shreyash, if I could say, as someone that has served on a scholarship committee, not saying which one, but a scholarship committee, it is, I know, sometimes when you apply for scholarships, quite often you apply for multiple scholarships, but, you should try to make sure that you're putting your best foot forward. I have read certain scholarship applications and I could just say like, okay, maybe this is the 50th, application that they have filled out. And rightfully so, sometimes you get tired of rewriting the same thing. But just try to be clear about your intention for the scholarship and make sure that you answer the question that they're asking. So even if they ask and say, okay, like, how will this scholarship benefit you? Make sure to write more than 1 or 2 sentences about that, because you're talking about your future. And so the reviewers will want to see how the scholarship is going to benefit you in your future. So just a little thing to be mindful of. Yeah.
Shreya, there was also a question which mentioned that how does Flywire actually work? So I just like to highlight some things on it, like how the amount is dispersed in the account or it. So it depends on the bank or the company you're taking loan from. So if, for example, if it is a company who's giving you education loan in India, who's paying you in India, then your parents have to send it through Flywire to your account here, as Shreyas mentioned earlier, and then you have to transfer it to the university's bank account using EasyPay. You can do that one thing. There are various banks who directly send the money to the university. So you don't have to use Flywire there. The banks will send the money to the university. The university, there's a certain amount of money which the bank sends every semester. And then the university takes the amount which the university needs, and then they deposit the other amount into your refund account. And that will be credited to your account here, which you might have registered on the university account. So it's just like, it's very simple. If the bank is giving to the university, the bank directly gives to the university. If the bank is giving to you back there in India, then your parents have to transfer it through Flywire to your account or to the university's account directly. So that's how it actually works here.
Great. Thank you for giving us some more illumination as to the Flywire process. I think that was important for people to know. Okay. Do we have any more questions?
We have one new question which is asking about the best forex cards to use. So it's subjective basically, like it depends upon what deal you get, and sometimes it's your loan provider who necessarily. Are you guys able to hear me? Because I feel that somebody's network is dropping. I guess it was mine. So anyway, so it depends like where you are applying, and it depends upon your credit history about how what best deal for forex card you get in India. But the famous which I can remember when I came here was the Axis Bank credit card, forex card. I am sorry, which many students used, which had like no cash advancing fees when you came here. Like you just go to the bank, nearest bank in US, and just swipe your card, and your entire money is shifted to your US bank account. While some forex cards do charge you some 1% or 2% fees, but you need to confirm that with your provider. So Axis Bank, I guess, it doesn't have one.
There's also one question which I recently saw, is that what if we have not taken any loans? So in that case, it's simple. Your parents have to send the money through Flywire to you or to the university. That's how they do it. So they send it to you and you send it to the university, or they send it directly to the university. So the university will give their details and everything. You can find it on their Bursar's office account, or if you have more doubts, you can just type Bursar's account, Bursar's office UTD, and then in there you can contact any of the officials there. They're always there to help you.
So I would just like to add one point to this. So if you have taken any loan and your loan provider has sent the entire amount to the university, but the university needs only a part of it for your tuition plan, then the university sends it back to your bank account. So you need not worry about that, even if extra funds are sent to the university.
Well,
There's another question which I just saw. Do you know any banks in the US that offer no minimum balance requirement? So yeah, there are the bank which I earlier stated, BB&T, has no minimum balance. Plus, there's another bank called as Chase. So it has some age restriction criteria for for opening a student account at Chase. So you can find it out here, but there are banks which let you have a zero or minimum balance account as well. So don't worry about it.
Yeah, so the age limit for Chase, I think it's 25.
Yeah, it's 25, I guess.
when you say age limit, you mean you have to be at least 25 years old,
Oh,
right?
no, you have to be 25 and lower to open a student bank account with Chase.
Okay. Okay. Wow. Yes, finances are important because without them, we cannot study. So, very good questions. Any more questions in the chat? I still, unfortunately, am not able to see the chat, even though I was able to see 10 minutes ago.
Are you like, oh yeah, we have one. Is it true that there are no scholarships for spring semester at Eric Johnson's school?
I guess
Uh,
Harshit would be the right
Harshit.
person to answer.
Yeah, I think there are no scholarships for the spring semester. They start in fall and they continue throughout the year. So maybe I'll still prefer you because this time students joined virtually, and I don't know if how many scholarships were awarded this time, but you can still go ahead because the scholarship links are always open. So you can always go and apply, and maybe if you're lucky, you can definitely get it.
Yeah. Okay, good to know. Okay, I think we are coming up on time. So for everyone who is here that joined us, we might close out this orientation session, but of course, ISA is still going to be here. They're not going to disappear. So please continue to reach out to them. They shared their contact information earlier. Hopefully, maybe you take a screenshot of it and just contact them. They are very helpful. As you can see, they're students, but they got up at 8:30 a.m. to be here to share this information with you. And I know that you as well, it's in the evening time and you're here to get the information. So we really appreciate you for joining us to this event. And as I said, they're not going to disappear. It's just that we're going to end on this platform. But please reach out to them directly because they are a great resource with a wealth of information and a wealth of experience here. And they know a lot about the UT Dallas campus, community, and even the larger community that surrounding UT Dallas. So thank you to everyone for joining us for ISA orientation. It's been my pleasure. Thank you so much to our presenters, Kavya, Sanjana, and also to President Shreyas and Harshit and to Mohammed. We hope that everyone continues to stay safe wherever you are, and we will hopefully see you in spring 2021. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye. Thank you.
Thank you, Kamala.
Thank you.